In this Big Tractor Power video, we're going to take a look at the Krause Landstar secondary combination tillage tool. This machine is used in the spring to level out the field and warm up the soil just ahead of the corn planter to make a nice seed bed for that new crop going into the ground. We'll spend some time on a Western Kentucky farm seeing how this machine works. It uses a set of disc blades up front to cut in size residue. Then cultivators follow behind that dislodge weeds, settle the soil, and use a thorough mixing action to level out that seed bed. Star treaders spin around behind the cultivators and use an aggressive action to mix up the residue, soil, and fertilizer. The Krause 24/7 finishing system uses tines and a rolling basket to firm up the seed bed just ahead of that corn planter. This farm uses their LANDSTAR as a one-pass tillage tool following double crop soybeans. And we're going to look at how the LANDSTAR fits in the farm's cropping system, starting by going all the way back to last summer when wheat was being harvested. The cropping rotation in Western Kentucky sees a lot of trips across the field every other year, and that starts out with wheat harvest in the month of June. Combines will harvest the wheat, and almost as soon as the combines have cut the small grain crop, tractors and planters are running right behind them, putting in a second crop of soybeans. The straw left by the combines after the wheat harvest serves as a good mulch, holding in moisture over the summer months and allowing the soybeans to grow up over the wheat stubble. In the month of October, combines return to the field and harvest that second crop of soybeans. As the combines are harvesting, not only are they harvesting the bean crop, but they're also cutting through the remaining straw stubble left by the wheat and distributing that back over the field as a residue to hold the soil over the winter months. This farm uses dry fertilizer as part of its nutrient program to help the corn start growing in the spring and have all the nutrients it needs to grow over the summer. A Case IH 3540 Titan floater is used to apply that fertilizer just ahead of the LANDSTAR coming in to make the tillage pass. Now we can look at how the farm uses its LANDSTAR as a primary and secondary one-pass tillage machine in the spring. We just saw all the different operations that happen before the LANDSTAR comes to the field. The disc blades on the front of the tillage tool help cut up and size the soybean straw and the wheat straw left over from the previous year's wheat and double crop soybean harvest. The cultivator shanks on the machine help dig down into the soil and really loosen it up. There was a lot of passes between wheat harvest and soybean harvest with the heavy combines and grain cart in the field, and it just helps mellow out the seed bed. The Star Wheel treaders help further mix the residue and incorporate the fertilizer that was spread out by the Case IH floater. And again, that 24/7 leveling system just helps firm up the seed bed to leave a good, smooth surface across the field. Now that we spent some time out in the field watching and learning about the Krause LANDSTAR secondary tillage tool, we're going to climb up in the cab of a 470 horsepower Case IH 470 RowTrac and see the operator's perspective of running this 36-foot wide 5-section tillage tool as it works up the ground ahead of the corn planter. Krause has offered two different styles of secondary tillage combination tools for a number of years. So far in the video, we've been watching a model 6400 LANDSTAR that is 36 feet wide, pulled by a Case IH 470 RowTrac. The other type of secondary finishing tool offered by Krause is the Landsman. Here we can see a 45-foot wide model 6200 pulled by a Case IH 535 Steiger. The key difference between the two models are the Star treader wheels found on the LANDSTAR. They're a more aggressive option used to further break up clods of soil, mix in the residue and fertilizer. The Landsman is set up very similar to that LANDSTAR with a set of disc gangs across the front of the machine, which are great for sizing up residue and breaking up clods of earth created by the primary tillage pass made in the fall. Then you have the field cultivator sweeps on the Landsman, which are good for a thorough mixing action and settling the soil. Behind that, you have the same 24/7 leveling bar with tines and the rolling basket for firming up the soil. The difference being on that Landsman, there are no treader wheels between the field cultivator sweeps and the tines on the leveling bar. Another difference between a Landsman and LANDSTAR is the sizes that they're offered in. The LANDSTAR is built in sizes from 18 feet to 36 feet, while the Landsman is offered in sizes from 18 feet all the way up to the 45-foot model that we see here, pulled by the Case IH 535 four-wheel drive tractor. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field seeing the Krause 6400 LANDSTAR at work. It's always exciting seeing this big machinery at work in the early spring and the smell of the fresh turned ground as the new crops are getting ready to be planted. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there are over 1,000 videos of farm machines in action, and there will be many more spring tillage and planting videos coming up on Big Tractor Power YouTube for 2019. If you have any questions or thoughts about this video, please leave them in the comment section below as I try to respond to every post that is made. If you're looking to see what is coming up on Big Tractor Power YouTube next, you can get a preview on Big Tractor Power Instagram, where I share pictures and short video clips of what is currently being filmed in the field. As always, thank you for watching.